So I've began my roll of videos, which I'm so excited for now that summer has begun and has been for a while, at least for most of us, I think, and now I can finally talk about The Ruler, an episode that I've been personally really excited for, and this episode is almost on par with El Toro de Piedra, so let's just get into it. Like usual with these episodes, there's two main points, Marinette and Nathaniel/Mark. Starting with Marinette, whose entire part of this episode is being embarrassed about sneezing. I'm being so serious too, like in this episode she has a cold and her sneezes literally shake buildings, so she's embarrassed to sneeze in front of Adrian, which is disgusting in my opinion, but trust, Nathaniel makes up for it. On his side of things, he and Mark have been working on this comic, which is about these two knights who save their town and also fall in love, which this episode is so confusing about whether Nathaniel and Mark are together. But in the episode, they are making their final part of this comic, which is the reveal between the two knights, which is 100% teasing us about Ladybug and Cat Noir's reveal, but I'm choosing to ignore it after the 10th season announcement, because I will be a legal adult by that time, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Anyway, while the class and Mark's family are in love with this comic ending, Nathaniel's mom and dad are not. But Nathaniel keeps flipping between making the comic no matter what to cowering beneath his parents being stupid. Like he says he can't make it, then stops Mark from leaving and decides to, and then after printing them all out, he transforms and shreds them all, which I would say is over the top. I don't know what else he would do, except not do this at all. After this, his mom finds out that he continued the story after she told him not to and gets mad at him and is very quickly kumatized into the ruler, who is literally a knight. What is this? She can make people do anything though, which becomes very bad because over the course of the battle, she manages to hit Ladybug and Cat Noir, but luckily Roosterbold saves them and the ruler is de-akumatized, so that's good. Ladybug has a little conversation with Nathaniel's mom and Adrian tells Marinette that he's actually okay with her sneezing, which... what? How is this a thing? We then get a sinister line from Chrysalis where she wonders what Nathaniel's true face is, which... huh? Wouldn't she be wondering about Roosterbold's true face? If you know what she's talking about, please comment. Nathaniel's mom then apologizes and turns out she actually loves the ending. Also, side note, but why are the queer characters in this show so obvious? Like, look at Adrian and Nathaniel apart and tell me which one is gay without knowing. Like, they give them fun clothes and everyone else boring clothes for no reason. Also, I'm just guessing, but I think the comic was a reflection of their complicated relationship because they talk about being attacked because it's just love, and they talk about the villain of their story as if it's an actual person, which I assume was Nathaniel's mom, but isn't anymore, so... that's cool. Then the end screen shows up, and as usual, what comes after is insane. This is because after talking, Nathaniel and Mark just reveal their identities, which is so cute for one, and to anyone saying, oh, it's too dangerous, Alia and Nino have been revealed since season 2, and these Miraculouses can't be used to make a wish, so it doesn't really matter. But that's the end, so let's talk. Since there's really only one important point to this episode besides Marinette and Adrian being cuter, I guess, let's talk about Nathaniel and Mark, and more specifically, the reveal. There's also not much to talk about this, except for what it could possibly mean for the future of the team entirely. While Zach could have just thrown this in to show their relationship blossoming and more reveal stuff to make us hate them for not giving us the reveal, this could also be detrimental. It's honestly hard to tell since Alia and Nino know each other's identities, and Alia and Luca know hers, and Alex knows all of theirs, but she might dislike the idea of more reveals now that there's a new moth holder. More important than this though is the idea of one of them getting akumatized and Chrysalis somehow getting her hands on one of these Miraculouses. While these can't be used to make the wish, they would be pretty useful to Chrysalis, or knowing how she might be part of this elite team thing that the Supreme and Natalie might also be a part of means that some other people could also find out. Also, I didn't mention it in the other video, but if we don't see each and every one of these weird board members, actually, it will be a crime against humanity. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'd love it if you subscribed and maybe liked, because you'd be super cool. Love you all. Bye.